right, good to see you again. Thanks for checking this video out. Really do appreciate it. Please, if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. That way you know when I've got something new coming out, whether it's a lesson or a song tutorial, whatever it might be. This one should be a pretty quick one. It's pretty straightforward. Great tune from the, I think it's the 80s, early 80s. REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Run. So, great arrangement that I've kind of put together. You know, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have, but just how I play it on acoustic. And again, this is not an acoustic. It's, you know, obviously I'm playing my Les Paul, but going through the Spark 40 Positive Grid amp that I just got recently, which has been really good. A lot to unpack as far as what it can do, but it's been a really great practice tool in terms of tones and backing tracks, all kinds of things going on. But what I'm just using a stock feature. If you have it, if you have the amp, or if you're getting the amp, it's in the acoustics options, and it's the first one. And I think it's actually called Cozy Serenade. I'm looking at my tablet right now. And also I'm using. So there's other ones you can use, but I'm using this one for that. And this is a pretty simple song. It's a key of G. I'm just kind of following the progression that they've, you know, original version is in, but it's really straightforward. And I've played it a few times in an acoustic setting. Goes over really well. So, you know, I'm going to walk you through how I've done it and just, you know, the basics. There's no guitar solo because I know, you know, Gary Richrath, you know, as far as I'm concerned, probably one of the more underrated guitar players. I mean, between, again, growing up in the 80s, early 80s, MTV, REO Speedwagon was one of the few bands that I remember seeing live. And it was, you know, Gary Richrath as far as that, you know, the Les Paul and the Marshalls and just a killer tone, really. So I've always enjoyed his tone. So, but I'm going to just kind of walk you through, you know, an acoustic type of version that I do, play it out live. So if you're looking for like a campfire type of sing-along, or if you are in a project with, you know, 2 or 3 people, this will lend itself, I think, really well to an easy 80s tune to just do. So let's take a closer look and we'll get going from there. All right, so let's take a closer look at this one. Take It on the Run, REO Speedwagon. Really straightforward for the most part. Key of G. Again, the chords we're using, G, C, D, E minor, and I think, you know, there's a walk down. So for the most part, I think, you know, if you got an acoustic guitar and you're looking to just to kind of jam something, either solo or, you know, in a duo, this should work pretty well. So the way the tune starts is the intro kind of kicks in with the verse kind of at the same time. But I guess it's kind of the intro and the chorus for the most part. So it's going to be heard it from a friend who... Right? So what we're doing here is G. So straightforward with the chords. Again, it's a G to a C to a D, and I think I would go C add 9 to the G here, just for the sake of being economical with the motions here, because that last C to the G is a quick jump, so it might be easier going, okay, but together. Heard it from a friend who... So that's coming messing around, is on this part right here, okay? So again, messing around, and then what's going to happen here is there's a transition, which is your D. So it's going to a D suspended fourth to, that sounded awful, to a D. All right, so all together. And then from there, you're kind of getting into just 4 chords for the rest of the verse now. So it's just going to be, again, G, C, D, and G. Okay? So between the vocal segment and the verse itself, you're going to do what you play basically 4 times around, you know, minus, you know, the first time a little bit different, and the next 3 are going to be just a G, C, D, and G. But you're going to do that 4 times in total with, you know, non-chorus lyrics until you get to the chorus, okay? So again, so if we're coming out of that last part of the verse, when you go into the chorus, it's going to start on that E minor. I leave this up to you because I don't know if I do it all the time or how I do it. You can go right from the G to the E minor, or you can give it a walk down to the E minor. Which I know during the song they do it. I just kind of do it whenever I feel like doing it. So that walk down is really just 3 notes. When you're in that G chord, G, the F sharp, and the open E. And the chorus is that, E minor. Taking on the run, baby. So the first part of the chorus, E minor, to the C, to the D. Sorry, something's out of tune there, and I'm too lazy to fix it right now, but it's somewhere in these strings. Back to the G. G, E minor. And you're going to have the first 2 chords the same, E minor. Now, instead of going to the D, we're going to an A minor first. To the D. Okay? Let's do the whole chorus together with those sections, okay? So twice around. Taking on the run, baby. Walk down. Still the same. Here comes the first change. And how do you transition back into the verse? Basically just like we did in the intro. So again, you're taking that D suspended fourth, where you're using the pinky, right there, you see it, right there, back to the D. So that's really the song. I mean, there's obviously a solo in there and all that, which I mentioned earlier, but I don't really do much with it at all. So again, one more time around. The intro. Transition. Now just 4 chords. Three times with that walk down if you want to. Here's your chorus. And you walk down in the middle of the chorus. Again. Now we change to the A minor, back to that D, and then suspended, and then you go right into the G from there, and you can play that over and over again as much as you want, especially if it's solo acoustic, whatever it might be. I think you can make it your own. Quite honestly, if you've got a harmonica, give that a shot too. I think the key of G, you know, harmonica will give you a little extra depth there if you want to give that a shot, and see what happens. All right, there you have it. Take It on the Run by REO Speedwagon. Really, like I mentioned, pretty simple tune to do as I walked you through. Key of G. If you know your chords in that key, or any key, you just have to be able to transpose them. You should be good to go with this one. So let me know in the comments below how it worked out for you. If it was easy enough, if it was too hard, if you needed some extra guidance there, by all means, that's what the comment section's for. Let me know. And again, like, subscribe, hit the bell. So, what's happening on my end, as far as, songs, tutorials, lessons, anything going on with my projects as far as live music, that sort of thing. Let me know, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.